they are giving a permit. We need to use it, because if you finish your visa, you won't get any work visa. Then you will be thrown out of Australia.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of College Junior Student Connect. Today we have with us Pavan who is pursuing his Masters in Information Technology from Monash University in Australia. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hello Pavan, how are you?
Hey, thanks for inviting me. It's a nice interaction with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for agreeing to do it.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah.
Okay. So Pavan, before we start about your study abroad journey, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just a small summary about you.
Sure. So currently myself, Pavan Anantula. I live in Hyderabad. Currently I'm living in Melbourne, and I came back to India for a small trip.
Okay.
Due to my sister festival. So I've been in Melbourne from last 4 years, and I did my bachelor's there and by studying my master's there, and I did a 1 year job over there.
Okay.
So all this being a kind of a great journey for me.
So you're completely Australia based, Pavan.
Yes, something like that.
Okay. So Pavan, where did you pursue your bachelor's in? Since you said Australia, which university and which course?
It's Charleston University.
Charleston University. And you pursued your bachelor's in engineering. It's IT.
Yeah.
And was it easy for you to find a job? Was it a campus placement, or you had applied for the job yourself? You said you worked for 1 year.
So basically, after finishing my bachelor's, it's been like I've been finished it in 2020. It's a Corona time. It's very pandemic. Whole thing is going lockdown. It's very hard to find jobs from the offline mode, like going to the consultancies. It's been a tough task. So like I at that point of time, LinkedIn helped me. So I prepared my resume with my projects and in my college internship. Everything has been added in my resume.
Okay, so it was through LinkedIn that you found a job. It was based with an Australia-based company itself. If I'm not wrong. Okay, that's amazing. So you worked. Your bachelor's was for 4 years, like how it is in India, or was it for
like 3 years? It's bachelor. It's BSc, like
BSc. Okay, BSc. Sorry, my bad. So it's a BSc. How many years was it for?
For 3 years.
3 years, and then you worked there for 1 year. And why did you feel the need, Pavan, to pursue masters? Because you had gotten a job out there, which is the dream for most of us, if not all. Everyone going abroad, like we all wish to get a job and settle down. Why did you choose to pursue masters?
So because of in Australia, the curriculum is they won't in bachelor they didn't go much deeper into topic. It just they touch only the base layer of the topic. So if you see we can see in our systems what they provide. We can see the master process, and also we can have a folder where every student can access the subjects of the masters, and also based on the subject code we can see our chapters, basically what we're going to study in let's say I'm studying bachelors, so I can see what are all the chapters I'm going to study in my bachelors, and I can also see what masters guys are studying. We have that access. So if you see, there's a lot of comparison I found.
Okay, so you did a lot of research basically between your master's program and your bachelor's program, what you studied at. While working, you felt that there were certain things which you were lacking in, which you wanted to improve and hone your skills.
Yeah.
So how many years is the master's program for, Pavan?
It's for 2 years.
2 years. So currently you are in your...
So it's your first year.
First year itself. Okay. First sem. Okay. And both your universities, Monash University and Charleston, both are based in Melbourne itself?
Melbourne, yeah.
So you are completely based in
Melbourne. It is in Clayton, it is in city.
Okay,
Melbourne.
Okay. Yeah. Melbourne City. Okay. That's nice to know. So Pavan, many people do go to, many Indians and people are going to Australia. I have a lot of friends, my seniors from school and my classmates too studying in Australia. Why Australia, Pavan? Why did you choose Australia, and why didn't you not just study in India? I mean, there are a lot of good colleges, engineering colleges in India itself, or IT colleges. Why did you choose Australia?
So basically in Australia, we have a different type of let's say if you consider work permit or job opportunities, and where we have multiculturalism, culturalism. Basically, we have a lot of people coming from different cultures. Even India have such type of things, but still we have many superstitions and many. I mean, let's say if you say job opportunities, we need to find after, let's say, after masters, they need for a certificate.
Okay.
But when it comes to in Australia, it's not like that. If you have that, as I said previously, if I have some good skill, they're ready to take. Or
Okay.
if you have any certification, they're ready to take. It's something like that basically. And we have in Australia education. We have a very good infrastructure and very good, very high level knowledge persons.
So, what I understand, infer from what you have said, is the employment opportunities, and which I have also seen from my personal experience with my friends and my seniors, like is very good compared to other countries.
Yeah.
If you have a good background, does it matter where if you pursue your education from Australia, are your chances higher of getting a job? Or if you have pursued your masters or your studies from any other country, is there any difference, Pavan? Have you seen any difference? People who graduate from Australia or who graduate from some other countries?
Yeah, of course. I mean, graduate from Australia, like it's a freedom country basically.
Okay.
Really freedom country where, let's say, we are. When I'm working on a student visa, let's say. So consider US. Let's compare US or Canada or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's compare with Canada. So Canada, let's say, its minimum wage is like they pay for work when we're working or when you're doing part time. They'll pay like $11 to $12. No, like my friend shared me, like $15. Let's expect something like that. In Australia, you can get nearly $40 to $50 per hour.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot, seriously. Where they even part-time can earn like a software engineer in India.
Okay.
Like how IIT guys are earning. We can earn like in part-time without any pressure.
Yeah. So since you have already touched upon the part-time jobs, Pavan, first thing I want to ask is, are you doing, if you don't mind me asking, are you doing any part-time jobs? Did you feel that necessary?
I've been done many part-time jobs. Basically, I've been done like helping on resume building and also helping on assignments.
Okay, and and is it necessary, Pavan, to work part-time, or is it like general? For example, let's say it's mainly middle-class families, like upper middle class and upper class families do go out, but the general, like a middle-class person, I'm a middle-class family, I went out. Do you think it's necessary for them to work part-time, or if they also manage without working part-time jobs?
Yeah, sure. So the thing is, like, we went to Australia to become independent. That is the first task we need to do. I mean,
Yes.
What is the being of dependent on some other, being staying in Australia where we can work? They are giving a permit. We need to use it.
Okay, they're giving. So there is no bar to working part-time, even if you're a student.
I mean, there is a bar, but they recently removed it.
I'm sorry.
Previously, there is a bar of working 40 hours for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But currently, there is no bar. We can work for how many hours you want.
That's amazing. That's amazing to know. And there is ample job opportunities, like be it in a restaurant, be it any establishment you can work in if you want to.
Yeah.
And so, and you also said the minimum wage factor is a very big deal. Like you can earn as much. There's no limit to it.
Yes.
That's very nice to know. Pavan, another personal question. Did you, when you went for your bachelor's, I'll start from there since you have a lot of experience. Did you take any external funding, or did you get any scholarship, or was it all paid on your own?
Yeah, it's all paid from my bank loan, from we taken SBI loan.
Or you took a bank loan, and that is for your bachelor's and master's both, or just for your bachelor's?
For masters, I've been in from my side.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing to know.
I got a scholarship.
That's amazing. So your scholarship is full 100% scholarship? Or?
Not 100%. It's almost 45%.
And what was the criteria for you getting the scholarship? Was it your academics and your research?
Been studied in Australia. That is one of the helpful thing, and getting good grades.
Okay.
Because I studied with an Australian degree, that helped me basically.
Okay, that's great. So there is a chance. So if you pursue your bachelor's in Australia, for example, there is a higher chance of you getting a scholarship.
Yeah.
Okay. And Pavan, what would you advise the people, aspiring students who are watching this video, if they want to pursue their bachelors? Are there any chance of them getting a scholarship? Like, should they concentrate on?
Yeah, they must be studied from there is like level 1, level 2, level 3 universities in Australia.
Okay.
So they must be studied from the level 1 or level 2 university, then they can get a good scholarship.
Okay. And when
and also they need to crack if they're international students, they need to crack the English exam first of all. That is like IELTS or PT.
So which ones do they accept in Australia? Which are the tests that you need to give? Like IELTS or TOEFL, anyone, or only IELTS?
TOEFL, IELTS and PT. Now recently I seen that Duolingo.
Duolingo
accept, yeah. If it is offline, not from online.
Online. So what is PD?
Pearson test.
Pearson. Okay. So that is also an English level test, proficiency test. Okay. So for people wanting to apply to Australia, it's either IELTS mainly, Pearson, or Duolingo offline.
Yeah, with a minimum of 6.
Minimum 6, yeah.
Point, yeah.
And TOEFL, like, do they accept TOEFL, or it's like, generally it's better if you take the other ones?
Mostly, no one prefer TOEFL.
Okay.
I mean, in my case, like let's say in my groups, I have an idea that mostly of us taken PT because that's the easiest exam to pass. Without any knowledge of studying or with our basics, we can do that. We can crack that. We can get a minimum of 6 points easily.
So Pavan, like we all go to experience a different kind of education when we go abroad, and you obviously must be having a lot of friends who are pursuing their who studied in India, information technology or any other course, for example. I'm sure you must be having friends in information technology or engineering. Yeah. So Pavan, in your discussions, what have you felt is the difference between the kind of education which you're getting in being delivered to you in Australia, both your masters and bachelors included, and how do you think is it different from India? Like just one or like two?
Yeah, in a simple way, let's say we don't have assignments in India mostly. They don't do any PowerPoints mostly. I mean, it's not like practice. Is there any seminars? Then only they'll be doing, right? But in Australia, we like for every subject we need to do a seminar. Or we need to prepare a PPT regarding that. So there'll be some tasks to be assigned on that topic.
Okay.
Yeah, based on that, we need to do the PowerPoint it basically.
So it's more practical and more hands-on approach.
Yeah, hands-on.
Okay. And your bachelor's ended just right before Corona started, I guess?
Yeah.
Bachelor's
2020.
2020, right before Corona started. And thankfully, Australia was not hit as much as India was.
Yeah. Just a 5,000 to.
Yeah. So were you during coronavirus pandemic? Were you in Australia itself or
in Australia? Yeah. In Australia, if you see in Australia, they helped me in Corona also. For every person, they paid us like 1 lakh per month.
Wow, that's like for everyone, even international students.
Yeah.
That's I mean, we in India, people were struggling for even like 1,000 rupees or like 100 rupees, and out there, I mean, I understand 1 lakh is equivalent to how much dollars? Around $1,000. $2,000. Yeah,
and
exactly.
If you take the Corona test, still they are giving for $50. That is nearly 25,000, 22,500.
That's amazing. That's
every student is like taking. It's like a fun for everyone to take going test and every month.
Yeah.
Going for test and getting 20,000.
I mean, it's like
which is like helping us on a rent basis.
That is how developed they are as a country. I saw it myself when I was studying abroad. I saw it myself. I thought about it. I was like, I don't think so. I really wish we'll ever reach that kind of development which it is there in other countries, the developed countries.
The USA never provides such things.
Yeah, no, even US didn't. I heard it for the first time from you, and I'm pretty glad. Like many students will be, because right now I've seen many students, and Corona played a spoilsport for many people wanting to study abroad. They had to defer their admissions. They had to defer their joining. But it'll be very refreshing and very encouraging for students to know that the government is supporting everyone irrespective of whether you are an Australian citizen or not. And through monetary benefits, which is a very big thing.
Yeah.
So my other question will be, Pavan, is can you just talk to me about your accommodation? Like, did you stay in the university housing or your private, and how did you search for it? How did you pay for it? How expensive it was?
No, actually, university staying, they don't provide any staying in the cities, basically.
Okay.
In the university staying is in some other place that I'm not sure.
Apart from the university, a little outskirts.
Not in Melbourne, basically, university staying.
Okay, it is. So the university doesn't have their own housing, or do they have, but it's far?
They have this far, but it's far.
So what did you do, Pavan?
So we live in separate independent houses. I mean, the rental things we have, right? How others stay in apartments in Hyderabad or Delhi, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Same thing we tried over there. Everyone will be staying outside of the university only, like renting apartments or renting independent houses through the websites called Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
The Facebook Marketplace we have, and we also have some other things like rental properties websites. If you can,
how did you find yours in your bachelor's? Now in your master's, I want to ask you because you're already settled in Australia. How did you find an accommodation for your bachelor's?
It's word by mouth, basically.
Word of mouth. Okay.
Yeah.
Word of mouth. Okay. And how much would you, if you don't mind sharing, what was the expense per month for you, your rental expense?
It's very cheapest. It's in Australia, it's very cheapest. Basically, if you live in city, it just cost you 40,000 per month.
40,000 per month. That's, in Delhi itself, you pay around 25,000 for a 2 BHK apartment in a decent place.
Yeah. If you go just far 5 kilometers away from, let's say, if you are staying in Delhi, just near to Noida, you are staying. Let's say.
Yeah.
Not even.
I actually do stay near to Noida. Yeah, I stay in South Delhi. Yeah.
Okay. I think how much kilometers you have?
From my house, Lajpat Nagar to Noida is 15 kilometers, which will be like 10 miles.
Yeah, same. Even we stay like 10 kilometers from a city, basically. That's Maribyrnong we stayed. It's just 20,000 per person. We get a personal room, like we take in a duplex independent house where we have garage, everything, parks, lakes, everything.
Shared housing?
We four friends.
Okay.
Yeah,
I also had a similar experience like you. As you're, I'm getting nostalgic thinking about it. Okay, that's very nice. So it's not very expensive. So living in Australia generally, and you are living in Melbourne. Melbourne is also a big. It's a state, right? It's a state. So it's not that expensive. Melbourne also is not. Apart as a whole, apart from Sydney, I don't think so. It's that expensive, right?
Yeah. Victoria, the state. Capital is Melbourne.
Capital is Melbourne. Okay, my apologies. And so when you went for I'll ask you for your bachelor's only, Pavan. So when you applied for your bachelor's, did you take help from any consultancy or was it all on your own? How did you narrow down?
I got help from consultancy basically.
You took help from consultancy. So they helped you with your LORs, SOPs, everything?
Everything. And one more thing, any consultancy should not charge for Australian universities because Australian university are already paying them. I mean, my consultancy never asked me a single penny from me.
Okay, so
all free service.
All the viewers watching our video, please know that if you're applying for Australian universities, the consultancies are not supposed to charge you because the universities are already paying them. If they do, it's a red flag, and please run away as quickly as you can from them.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, true.
Okay. And I already talked about the job opportunities. So after your masters, what are your plans? Like, Pavan, you want to settle down in Australia?
Yeah, like Australian parents is too risky task. I mean, you should be struggling for like minimum 5 to 6 years to get a PR, permanent residency. Still, most of the people not getting, but yeah, maybe it depends on the government and also the availabilities. Like, let's say they are giving there are different type of categories to give the PR and different set of points.
Okay.
So basically, currently I have nearly 70 points. So more 30 points I need. If I get 100%, surely I need to get a permanent residency.
So the criteria is for you to get 100 points.
Yeah, because I'm from IT, so I need to get. If it is accountant, they need more, 110, something like that. Even 100.
It depends. It differs from discipline to discipline.
That's high. Accountants need to get the highest points basically.
Oh my God. Okay. And Pawan, the employability, I'm coming back to the employability opportunities because many of us want to know that. Does it, are the opportunities equal for all disciplines? Like, as you said, it's, you find jobs are there. There are a lot of jobs. So is it same for all disciplines? I mean, not all, but like most of them?
I mean, about the points you're saying or about the
Like
job.
just general employability opportunities, chances.
So the job opportunities, let's speak about.
Yeah.
So if you see, you can find a low-level job to high-level job, so there's no issues.
Okay.
But there must be some licenses. Let's say you want to do a carpenter, you must be doing some trade course. You must get a license for that. Let's say a plumber also need to have a license after studying. After studying that plumber course only, they'll get a license. Even they can earn a very higher salaries, like 50 lakhs per year.
It's a very, I've seen outside, it's very egalitarian society. It's very equal. It doesn't matter what job you do. If you're good at it, sky is the limit for you.
Yeah, true.
Okay. And so if someone who has studied in India and they want to go and work in Australia, is that possible? Do you think, is it possible? Who studied in India, who studied, like, for example, he did his bachelors and masters, let's say he's in IT only. Do you think there is a chance for him to get job opportunities in Australia?
Yeah, if they have 3 years of experience in India,
work experience. Okay.
They can try.
Okay.
And one more thing I want to just to who viewing this in the future.
Yes. All our viewers, yes.
They are from let's say there are some particular universities list.
Okay.
Let's say IIT, BHU, or and Anna universities in Chennai, and there is some IIT Kharagpur, and there are many like 11 to 12 universities.
Yeah.
If you study such universities, you can directly get work permit in Australia for 2 years.
Oh, they recognize the reputation of these universities. Okay, the value of these universities. Okay.
They don't need to study there for work permit. They directly go there, work there, job there.
And my just last one or two questions, like the PR thing, the process you said, like how long do you have to wait? Like how much do you have to work for to get a PR?
In Australia, you need to have at least 1 year work permit. 1 year working
experience.
Pay slips.
Yeah.
Or if you have 3 years, that is, it will increase your points. Basically, it's like a point system. Even though you have 70 points, that is not going to be valid reason. It should be 100 points.
100 points minimum. You need 100 points.
Yeah, it depends. As I said, if I lodge my PR from Melbourne, it is 100.
Okay.
If I lodge my PR from Adelaide or any regional areas, even like Gold Coast or something like Queensland, or there are many places. Let's say I'm not sure about those places. Geelong in near to Melbourne, or it depends. If you stay in the regional areas and lodge your PR, there is higher probability. Getting,
So it depends upon from which place you. I've heard this from many people. Like it depends from which place you apply for the PR.
Why that is means if they are studying without any facilities like pubs or like that, there's no enjoyment much, right?
Yes. Those cities.
Opportunities are very less to find in such places.
The development, it's less developed compared to the other places in Australia. Okay.
No, development wise also very good.
Very good. Compared to India, it is obviously better. I understand that. Yeah.
It's like similar to cities only. Regional areas also. You can find IT job. There's no issues. Like you have very good universities in regional also. That is one of the top universities we have in regional areas. University of Wollongong in Adelaide and University of Adelaide, and also you have University of Queensland.
Okay.
And, Institute of Queensland. We have very good universities in regional areas.
Okay. That's very nice to know. Pavan, is there just the last portion of our interview? What would you like to advise the aspiring students, engineers, anyone wanting to pursue their studies in Australia or wanting to settle down in Australia? What is one advice, one or two advice that you want to give them?
While doing part-time, just don't neglect your studies.
Okay.
That is one of the point I want to mention. And just enjoy your life. Don't take how many pics you want to take.
Okay.
And because if you finish your visa, you won't get any work visa, then you will be getting out of Australia. You will be thrown out of Australia. So take how many pics you want.
Okay.
And because one of my friend, his visa got rejected.
Okay.
So
Work visa.
Work visa got rejected. Yeah. I mean, you must be studying 2 years, then only you get the work visa. Otherwise,
You have to study for minimum 2 years. And this is the last question, Pavan. Like it, as you said, you also took a loan. It is, how much of a burden would you say it is on the family, like in comparison to other countries? Like
so you can pay it like if you are working, you
Okay.
can pay it easily. There's not a budget.
Have
I mean, it's not a burden.
Have you paid off your loan, Pavan?
Yes, I paid off it.
Through working there for
Part-time.
1 year and your part-time jobs and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing to know. That's very nice to know. Thanks, Pavan, for sharing such amazing insights with us. It was really amazing talking to you. Like I learned so much about Australia, and I'm sure the viewers will learn so much about Australia from you. And you have told so much. You shared so much knowledge with us about Australia and studying and working there in general. And I really wish you all the luck with your masters. And I really hope you get a very good job and your PR is accepted. You're able to stay there. Thank you so much, Pavan. And
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Do like our channel, everyone, if you have found it informational. And do also subscribe to our channel if you want to keep us motivated and to make more videos. And if you want us to cover more colleges. Do comment below if you have any questions in relation to Australia. Pavan will be very happy whenever he gets time to reply to the comments if you have any queries. Till then, bye-bye and take care, and we'll catch up again soon.